What kind of guy? Is he? Who is that?
Well, from the statement given by the victim herself, he's the kind of guy who will send you 300 text messages a day and 20 phone calls a day in average.
Day?
In a day. When the man was taken in by the police for questioning about his crimes, he asked for a mirror and showed a satisfying expression as he consistently checked his face during the interview in the room. And that's a bit psychotic, a very narcissist trait that we could see in him as well. And through checking his background, they showed strong evidence that in order for him to avoid or to get a pass from going to the army, which is mandatory in Korea, he faked his depression, took high dosages of multiple drugs. And along with that, ketamine as well.
Ketamine?
Yeah. He would fund his habits through, gambling, or he would work as a host in a host bar, manipulating, women and his customers to actually exploit them and extort them.
He has a girlfriend.
Yeah, of course, but garbage is a garbage, You can't recycle non-recyclable garbage piece of shit like him. He also tried to get the victim, the woman, pregnant by raping her consistently while he was abusing her for that 5 days. But this raping probably went on for more than that, like consistently throughout 12 months, 18 months. Like consistently he was trying to get her pregnant on purpose so he could get like a child, fund from the government.
Very bad.
Yeah. So this guy is like a sick fucker.
What are the police doing now?
He hired 3 lawyers, well-paid, high-standard kind of guys. So even in that aspect itself, it's gonna delay the prosecution. Although a lot of YouTubers and the news are handling this issue and making it go viral, nothing is really actually being done right now. But not surprising, since the Korean police, or let's say the Korean law, protects the attacker or the abuser's identity. It's illegal to show their face to the public. No one really knows what this guy looks like. No one really knows his real name. All we know is like his physical attributes, like his height and etc., his age, and that's about it.
So, is a YouTuber trying to handle this, you said, reason?
Even the attacker is protected by the Korean law itself. So a lot of crimes like this get tucked under the rug, if you know what I mean. Even if you committed a rape to a child, or like you killed someone, murder, if you hire the right kind of people, the consequence of the attacker will be very short, so maybe maximum 5 years to 8 years in prison. And that's being, a well prosecuted case. Other than that, if the YouTubers or the news media, if they don't handle this, they don't expose this, they'll just get a really small sentence while the victim is traumatized and the damage is done permanently.
그러면 이거 같은 사건이 서구권에서도 자주 일어나요?
Especially Koreans think that this kind of crime does not happen frequently abroad, or especially in the Western world. But I disagree. These kind of crimes, or even worse crimes, are being done worldwide, even to little kids, even to elders, not just like boyfriend, girlfriend, not just like dating crimes. I'm not being pessimistic or anything like that. I'm really an optimistic person, but it's not just Korea. It's not just like Eastern Asia that these kind of crimes happen a lot. These kind of heinous, hardcore, fucked up crimes happen regularly, So
왜 이 질문을 했냐면 이러한 사건들이 생기고 나면은 한국에서는 이제 일부의 여성들의 커뮤니티에서는 이렇기 때문에 한국 남자보단 서양 남자를 만나야 된다라는 의견이 조금씩 항상 들려서 그래서 물어봤어요. 이게 서구권에서는 뭐 전혀 이런 게 없는지, 뭐 다른 범죄만 있기 때문에 한국 여자들은 결혼할 때 이제 백인 남자를 만나야 된다. 근데 웃긴 건 거기에 흑인은 없어.
yeah, it's a very weird situation and weird kind of mentality that they have. It's best not to just listen to those people. Much respect for them, live your own life, but stop writing those weird ideas onto like communities where little girls can see. What they're doing is just using like crime as an excuse to back up their own preference of living, which I think is very wrong. I would respect the decision if they actually, raised a fund to help the victim. Same woman, right? Start a fund and then raise some money to actually help the victim. And then maybe you can say your preference and how people should, live or what kind of guy they should meet. But they're not doing that. They're just using this crime as an excuse to really force an idea that is quite stupid, I think.
그러면 뭐 마지막으로 이런 데이트 폭력을 좀 감지할 수 있는 방법이 있거나 아니면 이런 일이 생겼을 때 여자들은 어떤 마음과 대처를 해야 그나마라도 조금 덜 위험할까요?
So for a woman, it's very important to not just move in straight away with a guy. Don't give him 100% trust. Don't believe everything that he says. Sometimes love is blind, but we've reached an age, or maybe, you're starting to reach your age, whoever is watching, of realizing that these crimes happen in the world and it's being exposed to the public, right? So there really should not be an excuse for you to take these kind of crimes into consideration and just be careful of who you meet. And always have in mind that there's always an objective when someone approaches you. Maybe that's for sex, one night stand, or maybe he really is attracted to you, but you just have to talk and spend time together consistently. Maybe put both of you guys in a situation where if you're a woman, you could actually see the guy some action or reaction. How he handles certain problems, how he handles certain issues. Is he a very emotional guy? Is he does he show a little bit of, red flag when he drinks? Stuff like that. My advice is don't trust every word, not just the guy, but whoever you meet. Don't just trust everything that they say. And if you decide to, then always remember there is an objective for that person to acquire something out of you, and vice versa. So, give and take, nothing wrong with that. And if you're a guy, same, because in Korea, there is a word called flower snake.
Flower snake?
Yeah. It just basically means gold digger.
Western too? Similar
Yeah.
is a word.
Yeah, gold digger.
Gold digger?
Yes. I mean, if you have a ton of money and you don't really give a shit about, being exploited by meeting this beautiful woman, then go for it. But don't expect more than that. And if you're just a regular guy, just don't give everything to that female person.
I think 70%?
It doesn't, 70 to 60%. You guys need time to know each other. You can't just go 100% to each other because we're genuine and we're original and authentic. I'm not that kind of person. I'm a very open person. So I'm going to give everything to you, first step of the way. That doesn't work. Relationship, it doesn't work like that. Step by step, take it easy.
Very nice advice because I think every country same is young boy, always 100% more something keep to the mind, everything focusing for her, everything. 그렇다고 다른 치트를 하라.
No, it doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that. Yeah, if you want to cheat, just break up with this person and then move on.
60%의 이 여자한테 쏟았어. 근데 40% 여유가 있잖아. 그럼 이걸 또 남자는 어딘가 쏟아야 되거든. 어디에 쏟는 게 좋을까요?
To yourself.
Self?
Yeah, to yourself to become a better, mature, more progressive male.
네.
Or a person, yeah. Don't think you have to, oh, I put 60% here, so I got this fucking 40%, so let me see where I can. No, why don't you look in the mirror and focus how you can get better? Maybe do some fucking 40 push-ups.
Push-ups.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Every morning. That'll
Every
fucking
morning?
fill up the 40% that you're lacking. You're thinking you could, you have to spend it somewhere and shit. Having a good physique represents who you are inside. I'm not just saying that looks are everything. It's not about that. If you have the good mentality and healthy mentality, then you should be able to take care of your own body as well. Yeah, don't run away from it. Accept.
인생에서 되게 중요한 룰이네요, 이거는. 선택이 아니라.
It's a rule. It's a routine. You have to make it a ritual, Yeah, even if it's a rule, you choose a certain rule you can follow or you want to follow. You choose a certain rule that you don't want to follow, right? It's always a choice. But once you set it up as a rule and a ritual, then it's very difficult for yourself to go, left. Not in a political term. It's very hard for you to not keep that promise to yourself because you set yourself and you categorize that as a rule.